They told me it was a national holiday today, man.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Oh yeah.
They freed that nigga. Maybe gunshots was not the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah, no, never mind. that's a parole violation, bro.
Nah.
Holds up 3-pointer. Bang!
Damn, can I say bang either?
Wins the game at the
Is that a
problem?
I don't know, bro.
Bro, this nigga gonna have to walk with eggshells because I feel uncomfortable even. This is crazy, bro.
Bro, like he got fit, like he's free, but they gave him 15 years probation, bro. That's not free, bro. That's not free, bro. Young Thug is out of physical prison. He's out of Fulton County. He's not free just yet. He's not free just yet.
That nigga is forever caged until what? He 40 something? 50?
Yeah, however old he is.
God damn.
Yeah, bro. And that you know they're gonna try to get him on any little anything, bro. Like I don't even think he can. I think like with parole, you can't even be like in the room with the felon or something like that.
Yeah, unless it's unless it's Gunna or somebody.
I don't think Gunna a felon because he technically, or I don't know. Did he beat that? I don't know.
Or whatever, and he can't be in Atlanta unless it's for weddings or graduations.
Like wedding graduations work, bro. Like he can't talk about like man.
Yeah, this is worse than Kyrie when they made him try to denounce anti-Semitism, bro.
He's free, but at what cost? at the cost of Lil Durk.
They did a swap. They definitely did this is a first round pick swap, my nigga.
That's Brittany Griner in that Russian, bro. It's the same thing, different font.
Yeah, this is crazy. Steven said it best, and shout out to Steven. Hey, he's just gonna have to put it out on the line for that one album and just take his black ass back to jail.
That's horrible.
That is horrible, but you know what you did, nigga. So I don't really feel as bad. They just can't prove it.
Yeah, I'm 1000% sure he did everything they said, but they just legally they can't prove it. So hey, I guess I can't be mad.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, I guess I can't be mad.
Oh my god.
What did you do? Oh, this can't even. Nigga, just take the headphones off, bro.
Here we go again. Niggas trying to fuck up my flow. That's God telling me to hurry up. Man, welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast. We can do gunshots because we clear.
Yeah, we're not felons.
We're not felons. And come on now. We're bigger than that. We're bigger than that. I'm your host, Greg Goods.
I'm your host, Jackson, and we said the names. We said our names.
Hey, shout out to us. Shout out to us. Get it? Hey man, look.
We've been forgetting until what Danny and Feig reminded us.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all those above. Road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and everywhere else. They be like, "Yo, Greg, where the clips at, man? Where the TikToks at? Yo, I'm coming, yo. Pause if needed.
Pause if needed, but
pause if needed, man. I'm finna hit y'all with the Jordan. I'm back. You know what I mean? Had to get a little battery in my back. I'm here now. I'm here. But before I do what I need to do, house cleaning rules.
Donations.
Link in the bio.
Donations.
That's a Dr. Umar
donation.
Winter.
Donation.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that.
You do have the power. You have all the power. You are the. Come on now. Be the change you want to see.
That's real.
Come on now. And for the people that are life changers.
All I hear is this that check came in. I love it when you talk to me. My cats will see. love it when you throw for me. My cats are seen. My cats are seen.
Did you know Dr. Umar has 2 rules when it comes to like these like interviews and stuff that he does? Like, one is that he has to be talking to black people, and the second one is it has to be $10,000 up front. Did not know that.
Hasn't he talked to like Vlad or whatever?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. And if it was Vlad, he probably upped the ante to 50. Knowing that nigga. All these hey, shout out to the donation, man. Shit, he get the donation anytime he get it. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm trying to. I don't want to be like him, but I'm trying to get money like him. You know what I mean? Enough of that bullshit. We have a lot of things to talk about. Truly, a lot of things that happened over the week.
Yeah.
But before we get into those topics, we're gonna let y'all know what did not make the cut, because quite frankly,
we do not care.
We don't give a fuck. All right. First things first. We do not care. We do not care about the Dodgers winning the World Series. I do care that the Yankees lost, because fuck them niggas. I don't care about them niggas. Shout out to Ohtani. I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to give him that little Jason Tatum treatment, because he ain't. It's not like he played fantastic in the World Series, but he did carry y'all niggas throughout that long ass regular season of 180.
And he's still recovering from Tommy John surgery, so he couldn't even pitch this season.
Already, what you call it? The dude Mike Trout from the Angels already yapping. Yeah, he took the easy way. You know what I mean? He took the easy way out.
Mike Trout needs to leave. Mike Trout needs to leave.
I was just like, bro, he went from the Angels to the Dodgers and won a World Series.
That could have been you, Mike Trout. You could have left. You could have been left.
Could have left. You're not that guy no more, nigga. Albert Pujols is gone. Shohei is gone.
Now, Mike Trout, he's still cold, but
bro, like you can't do it by yourself. Shohei couldn't do it by himself. Shohei couldn't make it to the playoffs with you and with the Angels, nigga.
I think it's just the Angels, bro. The Angels just suck in general. Which
the Angels in NBA terms is the Clippers, and that nigga went from the Clippers to the Lakers. Ain't no shame. Yeah. It's just you asking him to just do the impossible. You know what I mean? That's all.
They really might be the Wizards.
Nah. No, I'm talking about from an organizational standpoint.
Oh, okay.
From a franchise, like yo, you are what the Clippers are franchise-wise compared to what the Dodgers are, nigga. Like it is what it is. I can't blame Shohei for that. And they gave that nigga $700 million. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
And shout out to that gambling ass nigga that really paved the way.
But he bought everybody he in jail, right? He bought everybody like noodles, snacks, all that.
Oh, that nigga's taking good care. So we don't care about him. Shout out to the Dodgers. I actually don't like either one of them niggas, but like the franchises. But if I had to choose, I guess the Dodgers. Shout out to Jackie Robinson. I don't even want to say this.
We do not care.
I do care about Rudy Gay. There's just not a lot to talk about, but shout out to that 2K legend,
Rudy Gay. Amazing career. Congratulations on retiring. Rudy Gay was tough. Rudy Gay was him, bro. I'm still sort of sick by like the end of his career that they tried to make him into a power forward. That's not really like, I ain't like how they did that, but
not even traditional either. Just
I don't really like that. But Rudy Gay, he was still cold. We care, but like we got other stuff to talk about. So in this instance, we do not care. But congratulations, Rudy Gay.
He's not gonna make the Hall of Fame. He gonna make my Hall of Fame of all the 2K legends that I fuck with. D Rose and Rudy Gay is definitely in there,
bro. Jared Bayless. When I would be playing my player, bro, he would always give my team like 27, bro. I have no idea. Just Jared Bayless every single 2K. I made my play. Jared Bayless would always just go crazy on this. I have just always him. I couldn't stop him. I have no idea why. That was crazy.
Gerald Green, when the nigga was on the Suns or the Nets, any of them hoes, and shout out rookie year Wesley Johnson. They OP'd that nigga. My God.
Wesley Johnson still in the NBA?
Shit, I don't know.
Look that up right now.
John Wall and Wesley Johnson was a fucking nightmare on 2K11. My God.
Nah, he a coach now.
Shout out to him.
Oh, he coached with the Clippers.
Oh shit. Oh, my condolences then. Oh, my fault. Get well soon. Get well soon, Wes. The next thing.
We do not care.
We do not care about the 76ers being fined $100K for the investigation of Joel Embiid. I just don't care. It doesn't do anything. It's not going to change.
That's like $10 to whoever is the owner of the 76ers. These are billionaires. $100K, not nothing.
And they not gonna change what the fuck they was doing, bro. They still gonna not play that nigga back to back. I'm sorry.
He still can't. He still hasn't played the season yet. He still can't play. He's not healthy yet.
Him or Paul George, nigga. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like, what is there to talk about?
Shout out Tyrese Maxey.
Shout out to that nigga Tyrese. And I forgot the other niggas that's there, but like I said, who cares? And last but not least,
we do not care.
I don't care about that old ass nigga Draymond yapping about OKC.
Yeah, bro. Like, nobody's afraid of them. Draymond, please.
Nobody's afraid of your team. There may be a few people that may be afraid of you. You know what I mean? Look, I'm not.
I don't even know people are afraid of him. They're just annoyed by him.
You think JP afraid of that nigga?
I don't think Jordan Poole was never afraid. That's what got him in the situation in the first place.
No, but after that hit though, like you think?
Nah, he's probably like, man, if I or not, he's probably like, man,
why you ain't fight that nigga back? Like after everything, like after you gain consciousness, like why you ain't try to fade your one? I mean, Jax, what would you have done?
I'll try to kill him.
Exactly. You mean like there's plenty of like TikTok clips where we have you like on record saying you stab a nigga.
Yeah.
Just off of disrespect. Like not even on some like in violence. Like you try to stab that nigga.
Yeah. People are different though. People are different. And he's in Washington getting a bag right now. So I can't hate.
He was getting a bag in Golden State. So I mean, I guess.
Washington finer though. Washington better than DC, or Washington probably better than Golden State though. Like as far as like where it is. What?
I don't know.
I mean, because I've been to we've both been to DC is live. I've been to the Bay Area once. It was cool, but I was also younger, so maybe I need to go as an adult to really see. Hey,
I ain't got nothing bad to say about the Bay.
Okay.
I ain't got shit to. If my situation was different, I'd be there a little bit more. But neither here nor there. But the things we do care about. The starting five. Yes, nigga, we're late, but hey.
I finally finished. That was really the problem.
We finished, and it took us so long. They already told us who the season 2 niggas are, so we're gonna combine them niggas. Also, one last thing about the We Do Not Care.
We do not care.
We do not care about that D-Wade statue.
It was absolutely hilarious.
It was bad.
He looked like Lawrence Fishburne.
He looked like a whole lot of niggas. I lost it when they gave him that cut that came, that Trey Songz. When they did that split with him and Trey Songz doing the cut that came, that's when I knew.
Evil, crazy statue.
Crazy.
If you haven't seen it, just go on any social media site and just type in 5 letters, really 4 letters, D-Wade.
Hey, this is what somebody said. Hey, yo, this is what happens when y'all keep pushing niggas to do engineering and doctors and all this shit and tell them niggas that these liberal arts degrees don't mean shit. You get shit like this. This is what happens. Stop influencing the youth, my nigga. Let them niggas learn. This is crazy. Now, things we do care about, like I said, the starting 5. AR-15 finally get it finished. Just for being too honest, I guess, nigga. I don't know. The problem with our NBA ratings, Giannis up out of here. What the fuck? And MAGA Bosa. That's on the docket today. We'll go ahead and start with what we should have been started with a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, actually. And that's that starting 5, man. That starting 5 on Netflix. We have finally caught up as a collective.
Yeah.
You know,
My fault.
hey, look, it's all good. It's all good. You know, for the pod, it's for the pod. But basically, what you know, now we can really break it down. What was your general overall? Like, how did you feel about the production, everything about it? Like, how did you feel about that?
I mean, I didn't expect it to be anything less than what it was. It was a really good show. I enjoyed it. I do have questions. I'm very confused that Sabonis named his son Tiger, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like they're treating Jason Tatum like a Make-A-Wish kid a lot. Because, like, towards the end, they're like, oh, Jason Tatum, he needs to do this to win championship. He needs to do that. And then, or that's how they were at the start of the season. And then towards the end, they're like, you know what? Jason Tatum, all he has to do is just be himself, and he can do it. He doesn't need to be mean. He doesn't need. I'm just like, why y'all talking about him like this, bro? Just let him cook, bro. Just stop. I don't know. It felt very weird, but I like seeing Ant's personality. He's cool. I like him. When KD retires, he might be one of the players outside of like he's gonna be one of the non OKC players I follow. And then another thing, just watching this made me realize like this is for sure LeBron's last season, bro. This season, I'm calling it right now. This is for sure his last season.
Yeah, that standing ovation that, and this just has nothing to do with starting five, but like Bronny had that game in Cleveland. They had that standing ovation when he checked in the game, and I just saw like just like the face of like what LeBron looked like when he saw.
He was trying not to cry. He like pulled his jersey over his like. I was like, man,
yeah, this nigga. And then I saw that nigga do one of his like dunks, and it wasn't as high as it used to be. First thing I thought, I was like, damn, Jax, you better hurry up and get them goddamn tickets.
No, I'm gonna go see him this season. I 1000% believe this is his last season, so I'm gonna go see him this season.
But I fuck. You know what? I fuck with LeBron doing it this way. Like, yes, of course you can do the farewell tour, but for niggas, you know how it is. If LeBron ever decided to do the farewell tour, you know how the price jumps would have been crazy to get a fucking ticket that's decent.
Yeah,
like
I mean, we're saying all this. We don't even know if it's gonna be last season for real.
Exactly. But if this happens to be his last year, like,
but we both think it's gonna be last year, and I'm not. Yeah, so I like him doing it this way.
This is cool, and if you find a way to hate on this way to do it, you just dick eating. And in the words of Jax, that's a crime punishable by death, nigga.
It needs to be, bro.
But to get back on the starting five, yes, I do agree that LeBron. Well, yeah, I can see it being this last year. I didn't really think of it being this last year.
But it was just one of the episodes. Yeah. Like, it was the episode when he got to 40,000 and AD, and they ended up losing that game. And AD, he was like, "Man, bro, every time you break a record, we lose. The only time we're not gonna lose is if like when it's your last game." And LeBron, he was like, "What? I'm not gonna tell nobody went to my last game. I'm just not gonna show up the next day." And I'm not gonna hold it. I believe it. I for sure believe it.
That's the only thing where I'm like, he lied a lot. This not no lie. I don't think this is a lie. I think he's very truthful about this one.
Yeah. And then I'm sorry not to cut you, but like they showed like his postseason after they got bounced out the playoffs, and like one of the reporters, he asked, he was like, "Oh, have you given this thought? Like, is this gonna be your last game with the Lakers?" And he was like, "I'm not gonna answer that." So I was just like, "Yeah, when he retires, I think he's just gonna dip. Like, he's not gonna say nothing. He's gonna like post on social media or make a video, or like maybe like an hour after the game, release some cool thing on Instagram, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, I retired." That's gonna be tough,
and it's gonna end with hashtag strive for greatness.
Just a kid from Akron or whatever.
All right. Shout out. What's that nigga school name? I promise. Hashtag I promise. You gonna have all them fucking hashtags on there. Yeah, and plus I don't need them celebrity ass niggas all at that game, bro. Like, nah.
Yeah. Nah, if anything, like I said, I don't think he'll announce it until he does retire. But if anything, he might do it like the day of, or not the day of, but like I don't know what their last. Oh wait, no, they'll probably be in the playoffs, so he won't even know when his last game is. So never mind, because it's not going to be like Kobe. We knew when his last game was. They wasn't making that up.
Going. And I was still rooting for Kobe because had Utah won, they would have got that 8 seed, and they lost. And in that point, the Rockets got that 8 seed, and I was like, Kobe, I fuck with you 5 ever, nigga. 5 ever. Fuck Gordon Hayward. All them niggas, bro. Did not care. Anthony Edwards, like you said.
I'm sorry. Is Gordon Hayward still in the NBA?
No, he retired. Okay. He officially retired after that. Because you remember, I think his wife was getting chatty about OKC not using this nigga. Whatever. I forgot. Yeah, y'all. Shout out to OKC. We'll talk about them niggas later. But yeah, Anthony Edwards, I think he was nice. Honestly, I thought Sabonis was going to be like the Mariota route, but I wasn't mad at like watching that nigga story. And then like
I like his wife. She was like mad supportive of that nigga, bro. Like she's like a real nigga. I fucked with her.
Yeah, I fucked with that, and I fucked with like even like the stories that came out afterwards, like whenever KG and Paul Pierce would talk, and he was talking about his time with like being around our Venus, and that nigga just in the locker room just smoking a cigar. I'm better than all you. Better than all you. He was for real, for real. He was like, my son, he gonna be privileged, but he gonna make
better than all you niggas too.
He a little privileged, but he gonna make that hoe. I was like, damn, that's real. That's real. Being a 30-year-old Ricky and still doing work, man. So I fucked with that. The
Jimmy Butler stories were good too. I did like. Yeah. It sucks though. I'm sick that Jimmy got hurt. I'm always sick every time Jimmy's hurt in the playoffs, but he just injury. I don't even know if you want to call it injury prone, but he's just getting old, bro. He has a lot of miles on his body because I think he's like 35. He's one of the older stars in the NBA. So
yeah, he is. Yeah, like I said, he's not really injury prone. I can't call a nigga injury prone.
It's just when he gets hurt at the worst times. He gets hurt at the worst time.
After seeing what that nigga did in the 2020 finals in that bubble, and he was working like a workhorse, I was like, there's no way I can call you injury prone, bro. Like this just
did it again in the finals against what you call this, bro. Like Jimmy gonna give his all. So
this is just a lot to do, nigga. I don't know what to tell him. So yeah, shout out to Jimmy. And I think I'm missing one more.
No, Tatum, LeBron, Jimmy, Sabonis. All of them.
Yeah, we got all of them. And Jason Tatum. Yeah, I get what you mean by the Make-A-Wish kid thing, but I think that's just more people just kind of reversing and doubling. Like they just kind of backtracking on the shit that they were saying earlier in the season of just like, he ain't got that, he ain't got that killer, or he ain't got this, he ain't got that. And then when the Celtics was doing what they was doing, and at some point it was like, well, look, maybe we're a little too hard on the nigga. I mean, nigga is 26 or whatever the fuck the nigga age is. They just wanted to push an American superstar at some point, and they were just forcing it to be Jason Tatum, and you had to have like some kind of archetype. Like if he had Anthony Edwards' mentality and authenticity.
Oh my gosh,
bro, they would have been, bro. He would have been on everything, but I mean, everybody's different. And
also, I am surprised that they didn't show LMI, or is it LMA, whatever. She wasn't in that show not one time, and his whole girlfriend got a kid by that, or she was pregnant the entire time. Like she's a famous person as well, so I was surprised she wasn't in that at all.
Good shit. That's how I like it. I like it just like that, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I'm not hiding. Privacy though, nigga. Yeah, fuck out of here. I mean, Deuce was all in that bitch though.
Yeah.
Hey, low-key, I ain't gonna lie. I be talking shit about Deuce. Deuce gonna be a hooper though.
Yeah.
Like Deuce gonna be like on, like I believe it. Like we know how we feel about like NBA players and their sons, like not really panning it out for real. I really do think Deuce he gonna be all right. Be good. Yeah. But yeah, that's all. But going from there, from season 1 to season 2.
Yeah, they did release the names of who's going to be on Starting 5 season 2. And those are James Harden, Kevin Durant, Jaylen Brown, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Tyrese Halliburton.
And that's reactions.
I remember, I think I had told you, like, we were just texting or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I want to see KD on this. So I'm really glad KD is there. SGA played for the Thunder. That's my favorite team. So glad about that. I'm interested to see Harden and Jaylen Brown just because I feel like the way their public perception, the way they're portrayed, they're like polar opposites. So I feel like it's gonna be funny. And then Halliburton, like, it's cool. You know, I ain't got no issues with that. It's Halliburton. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I think, of course, this won't be like the Houston James Harden, but I do like, because they definitely not, X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, like, LA Harden will be. I feel like that'll suffice. Like from like the off the court kind of thing. Like he's still gonna be active and shit. And I think that the fact that Kawhi is not playing right now, and the fact there was a lot of movement and Paul George left, I think it kind of helps that story of like, okay, well, there's gonna be more pressure on you. Are you gonna be able to, get any sense of either 76ers version or Brooklyn Nets version or a hint of Houston out of your body, and are you going to be able to win games or whatever? Or
I mean, so far in the season, he has looked pretty decent. So
yeah, so he don't look like no he don't look like no scrub. So I do think that helps the story there. SGA, I do fuck with that. I was surprised that they didn't get what you call it? I forgot the nigga name.
To my Chet or another case.
Yeah, like Chet or Wemby. You know what I mean? Like I was surprised.
They need a little bit more time, a little bit more seasoning.
For sure. Yeah. Or even Paulo, even though Paulo just got injured.
Yeah, that sucks.
That would have fucked up a lot of things, actually.
I mean, no, Jimmy was hurt a whole lot, and he was still good on that show. So.
You right. Yeah. You're right. That is true. Yeah, I like SGA. SGA is weird because like he active, but he not. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you don't really know much about. Like, that's another thing. Like, you don't know much about him.
I just know his captions. Like, he got cold ass captions, and he dresses nice. I don't know shit about him. I know he's Canadian, and he has fun with his OKC teammates. Like, that's all I know.
Exactly.
So I do like seeing. It would be nice seeing like what a up and coming rising team looks like. Because most of them other teams, they were like, you got older veterans for the most part. Like, it's a well-balanced team. But we didn't have a locker room where it's just like, it's mostly young niggas.
Okay, see, all young.
Yeah, they're definitely all young.
Same with the Pacers, honestly.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew Nembhard. Shout out to my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you do have some young dudes there. Tyrese Halliburton got his podcast thing going. So, like, yeah, this
I know your podcast.
I think he took over JJ Redick's old man thing. So like he hosts that now with them same white people. And Jaylen Brown, I do think Jaylen Brown will be the one that people are like kind of get like it's gonna be a surprise for real. I do think he's gonna say some real shit. Like he seems like he has like a filter, but like he's gonna say what he has to say. Like
I want to see what Jaylen Brown we get. Like, will he be like he's always gonna be him, of course, but like he can either be like I guess how do I say, like a more like buttoned up version of himself, because like how he presents himself, all like dignified. Not saying like he's not dignified, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? I know what you're trying to say. Or he could like, because he's real, so he might. I want to see if he's gonna be like that, or is he gonna get to like the real meat and potatoes, the real nitty gritty, like really say the shit he wants to say. Because we know he has some shit he wants to say, but I don't know if he'll. I just want to see what he will do.
Anytime that nigga talk about Nike, I already know it's like
exactly. Like, he not because we know he's not afraid to call whoever out. So that's what I want to. That's what I want to see.
I want to see that. And damn, are we gonna get Larry June, Jaylen Brown?
I forgot about that shit.
Are we gonna get that nigga too? That nigga in the booth and shit. And I'm interested in KD. I am.
We might get KD in the booth. You think they're gonna like, because Kevin Durant is an avid proponent of weed. Like, you think they're gonna show him, because you can't get in trouble for smoking weed in the NBA anymore. Like, they took that rule out. So you think they're gonna show him smoking weed?
Me personally, I think Anthony Edwards smoked weed. I didn't see that nigga get caught up.
I think he does. I think he's supposed to be.
I think most of these niggas smoke weed anyway. So I mean, like, unless that nigga's just Mr. Cannabis, where it's like, yo,
No, KD is.
I got to hit this before the game.
No, KD is Mr. Cannabis.
I'm rolling this bitch in the locker room type shit. Like,
No, KD, he's like Wiz Khalifa, bro.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he might, but like, I don't know. I am interested about in season KD because I already know what off season KD is like. Like be throwing his, has his runs with his people. He hoops and does all that shit. He in the club working on this jumper. You know what I mean? I fuck with that. But in season, I don't really know too much about like what the day-to-day grind for that nigga is off the court. So that'll be fun to see too.
But who do you want to see for? I guess like season 2 obviously hasn't came out yet, but who you want to see for future seasons? Who are some people you want to see?
A future season. Don't bring nobody else from the Boston Celtics, nigga. Like, all right, like
You don't want to hear about Derek White?
No, actually, no. I mean, if you
Sam Hauser,
I'd rather Drew Holiday will be my only maybe, but no. I would like give me a Trey Man. You know what I mean? Give me a Trey Man. That nigga is so nice.
Yeah, he's
not no starter. He's not no starter though, so that it wouldn't count. He's coming off the bench right now. But shit, the way that nigga hooping, that nigga is starting, bro. Who's another one? I wouldn't mind Paulo, even though he's hurt right now. I wouldn't mind. Honestly, chill out on Wemby. I don't want to see Wemby just yet. Not yet.
We need Ja. We need a Ja season.
We do need Ja. And I think we do need who's that other nigga?
Zion. Zion needs to rehabilitate his image. We need to see Zion being a family man.
Damn, am I missing somebody that's like crazy though? That people will actually want to see? Do people care about Donovan Mitchell enough?
I think he's just stuck in Cleveland, honestly. Like,
true. Like, I would need, like, for me,
or Cat or Jalen Brunson.
Cat or JB will make sense.
Actually, no, I want to. He will never do it, but I want to see Kyrie. But I know he won't do it. So
yeah, he won't do it.
I would love to see Kyrie.
And me personally, I would wait. I would just need to see Jalen Green do 2 more years of what he's doing right now before I would like put him in there.
I should knew you was gonna say. You know
what I mean? Like, because I mean, if we naming all them rising stars, hey man, look, doing this thing. I just don't know how long he gonna do it. But
that's real.
Like, do people care about De'Aaron Fox enough to do shit like that?
Nah, if they did, it would have been him instead of Sabonis.
That's true. I will say that. Yeah, Ja Morant is a good pull.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I mean, maybe Bam, and that's just because I like Asia.
Real.
LaMelo, maybe, just to see LeVar.
LaMelo need media training before they put him on TV.
No, low key, LaMelo might be the one. I'm not gonna lie. Give me LaMelo, Zion.
This is YN season, bro.
Hell yeah, LaMelo, Zion. Who am I fucking missing? Ja.
Oh my gosh.
Oh damn. Niggas ain't talked about Devin Booker. Niggas be talking about Devin Booker.
Niggas do be forgetting about Devin Booker.
Low key. Like that would have been nice. I mean, like, I don't, unless the nigga boring. Maybe I'd
like to see Luka as well. I feel like Luka's funny as shit.
Luka is probably funny. He definitely funny, actually. I'm low key when I think about this, I'm like, damn, like, there has to be somebody I'm missing.
No, I feel like you got pretty much everybody.
Like, I mean, Trae Young might work.
I mean, no, Trae Young does need this because people be. I don't know why people be acting like he's not good.
That's ATL right there. Yeah,
he be acting like Trae Young is trash or something. I don't like that. It's people like I'm not even like a Hawks fan or nothing, but people just act like Trae Young is cheese, bro. Like, stop it.
They hoeing that nigga. You still have We still haven't mentioned Giannis yet.
Yeah, I don't care.
Don't care about him or Embiid. You know what I mean?
I don't care about that.
Scotty Barnes.
All right, bro. Let's move on, bro.
Steph Curry? No? Or have you seen enough of Steph Curry to not give a fuck about it anymore?
I feel like Steph won't even be in the NBA long enough for. Well, I mean, I guess he might be there to be in season 3 of this show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But he's for sure getting out of there pretty soon.
Pretty soon? I don't know.
I think so.
He may be getting out of Golden State pretty soon. But
He's not leaving Golden. He's never leaving Golden State.
Okay.
Moving on, we got to get to these. The NBA, they've released, I believe, their ratings. The ratings have been dropping though, and I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised. I think you had the numbers, Greg. You can pull that up real fast.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and share this screen real quick. Viewership in the NBA has been declining.
I am so sorry, but seeing Adam Silver bald head is funny as shit. Just seeing it at the bottom, this was funny.
First of all, this pick right here, this is a crazy pick, my nigga. Who did this? Oh, this
He looked like a happy Voldemort, but neither here nor there. We can continue, bro.
This nigga got some large ears on him, but I
Nigga heard me. I'm sorry, Adam.
Hey, that nigga hear everything. God damn.
Hear them ratings fall. Shit.
ESPN opening doubleheader averaged 1.6 million viewers, down 42% to the 2023's debut with Victor Wembanyama. Bucks versus 76ers, 1.71 million viewers, down 2.5 million for Celtics versus Knicks last year. Suns v Clippers, 1.5 million viewers, down 49% from last year's comparable. The Thursday game with the Spurs Mavs, it's a 29% decrease. And the Friday game with the Pacers versus the Knicks was 830,000 viewers, fewer than a college football game on ESPN2.
Real fast for that last point, bro. It's the Pacers. I get it's the Knicks, but it's the Pacers. But we can continue.
Tyrese Halliburton and whatever the rest of that roster of the Knicks should at least get you 1 million. That's just me. You should be able to peak at 1 million. Them Knicks niggas is crazy. So I will attest to that. 830,000 views is kind of crazy. Now, this doesn't account to, I mean, there's context to all of this, obviously. With the Bucks and the 76ers, you're dealing with no Joel Embiid and no Paul George. You know what I mean? And the Bucks blew them niggas out very early. I didn't watch the Suns versus Clippers, but Kawhi's not playing with the Clippers. You know what I mean? Spurs, Mavs, Wemby played.
Spurs suck. Even though it's Wemby, the Spurs are a bad basketball team.
Yeah. And the opening doubleheader, it was fucking Wemby. Niggas wanted to know if the demigod could translate. You know, I don't fucking know. And we already talked about the Pacers Knicks. So of course there's always context to be had. But the real thing is that all of these other leagues are gaining viewership. That's the real issue here. I don't really care about the semantics of, oh, what about this? What about it? Look, with the NFL, they jumped 1 million. They went from 17.9 to 18.6 million viewers through going through week 3. MLB, they've improved. They jumped up 42% from last year when it came to viewership. With an additional, they had 7.4 million viewers from last year's 5.2 million. And then even NHL hockey got a 26% increase in viewership. I think they had, what was it, 1.5 million more, if I'm not mistaken, or they averaged 1.5 million throughout the course of everything. Second all time behind their 1996 postseason that they had. And I think Wayne Gretzky was still relevant back then. So it's like you look at all these other leagues in America that are continuing to rise each and every year. We haven't even talked about the WNBA. I feel like that's a cheat code because you have Caitlyn. But the NBA is the only one that's decreasing. And people are kind of like scratching their head. Why? I mean, I can only point to illegal streaming for so long because look.
The streaming does play a big part in the numbers dropping for NBA, and because you seen that video. Granted, this is not NBA, but you seen that video. It was Adam Schefter. He was using Met streams or whatever.
Yeah,
to watch the Jets game.
But look at that. That's football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's NFL.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, yes, NBA is taking a hit because of illegal streaming, but all these other leagues are doing it because nobody's watching these hosts for free. I mean, like nobody is saying I'm going to pay for this subscription, but not the NBA subscription. It's like, yo, if I'm finna stream, I'm finna stream all this shit. So they're all running into the same kind of problems. I just think I can only speak for baseball because I watched baseball since working at my job that I'm working at. I saw it from what it would look like in 2022 versus what it looks like now. It's just a faster pace of play. Niggas are doing a lot more. They are incorporating more black players to just do whatever the fuck they want. Like, not do whatever they want to do, but like show some more passion, so like more emotion, whatever, with the bat flips and whatever, home runs, time clock. Same with the hockey. They've had some new prospects and they're kind of promoting them in a way where it's like, oh, hey, this nigga finna be that guy. Nobody gets drafted number 1 overall as an 18-year-old in hockey and starts playing immediately unless they really that nigga. Now, it is unfortunate that man's mama got piped, but I mean, hey, that might increase some viewership, you know, whatever. But you know, this, and then of course with football has definitely had a rise versus how it was viewed like in that 2017 era post Colin Kaepernick. And we'll talk about that shit later. It's just like they've all found a way to, you know, make their sport a lot more watchable, and a little bit more meaningful to a degree, even with football. I think the problem with basketball is that their rise came a little bit earlier than everybody else when it comes to like faster pace of play. Like Steph Curry in that era, like that happened like in 2014, 2015. So now we're at a point where people are starting to agree, like, yo, like this shit started to become OD with the threes. Like, you know what I mean? People's just not trying to see niggas chuck up threes all the fucking time, and it just be that Daryl Morey offense of either drive to the lane or just shoot deep threes. Like they want real basketball to come back at some point. So, but I don't know how you feel on that standpoint.
I think with basketball and like the whole ratings thing, one, I think it's just harder to watch basketball, like hard to like physically watch it in general because it's like it's a whole bunch of, first off, it's hella teams. They always play random nights. So that's going to affect. Not everybody's going to want to watch everything. Like who cares about a Wizards Pistons game on a Tuesday type stuff. And then another thing is like NFL. It has like NFL. Those games are normally broadcast. Like yes, ESPN has some games, but those games are normally broadcast on like Fox and CBS. Those are like and NBC. Those are like the 3 channels that like you don't need cable for. I'm pretty sure. Like I think everybody has those, right?
Which ones?
Fox and CBS.
Yeah, unless you're talking about FS1, then you need a subscription for that. But
but I'm general, like Fox, CBS, NBC. Yeah. Those are like the channels everybody has. You don't really even need.
ABC has them. Yeah,
ABC as well. But like NBA doesn't have that many games on ABC to start the season, so that's gonna affect it as well. But really, I think the bigger thing is the NBA, the coverage of the NBA, because a lot of like with the NFL. Like I said, I'm not too well versed in how hockey is covered. Oh, I'm sorry. But the NFL and even baseball a little bit, they have like the coverage is much more diversified. Like, yes, there's going to be the hot take people, but there's also going to be the people who get to like the X's and O's and stuff. Like with the NBA, and those people are on like the big networks. Like with the NBA, they got rid of all that. Like ESPN, I believe his name was Kevin O'Connor. I'm gonna say Kevin O'Connor, but that's the Vikings head coach. Kevin O'Connor. He was the NBA writer that everybody loved. He was on segments with ESPN as well. They had Tim Legler. They moved him from like his whole what show is that? Like he was on like NBA, one of the NBA shows. They moved him from that. Now he's like a sideline commentator and all that. They move all that, like, so all the coverage of the NBA, it's not diversified. It's just, ooh, hot take. Ooh, what is such and such legacy? Ooh, what is this? What is that? And that will turn people off, because I think a lot of those comments, a lot of that discourse is sort of fueled by negativity. And negativity, negativity drives traffic. It makes people watch that, blah, blah, blah. But after a while, people get tired of it. Like, that's why Skip Bayless and them, like, he started falling off. That's why First Take, like, people love First Take, but you know what I'm trying to say, bro. Nobody really cares what they have to say on First Take. Like, that's just for casual fans. It's not fueled by, all that stuff is fueled by sort of hate. Nobody's really getting into the X's and O's of the stuff, because they just want ratings. They just want hot takes. They just want people that will, like, drive and look at the stuff. But the people who really have an appreciation for the game, a love of the game, I feel like they're being X'd out of it, of viewership a little bit. And I think that's sort of driving it. And
yeah, and as a general, like, from a general standpoint, nobody really cares about the X's and O's of basketball like they do a football, like they do a hockey, or whatever it may be. Because I feel like in everybody else's mind, they feel like basketball is simple enough in their mind, where it's like, I ain't gotta, like, there's plenty of people, like, that watch basketball and say, why didn't they do that? Like, all you need to do is this, that, and the other. They simplify the game so much, versus, like, in the NFL, it's like, bro, like, you have no idea what that nigga's coverage was. Like, you don't, like, you can kind of guess it. And there are some dumbass niggas that try to do the all 22 and, like, oh, this hole, why did you miss this hole, bro? Like, nigga, you looking at the highest part of the fucking cam, like, that's not the vision that you see. But you have a nigga like Cam Newton, you have a nigga that's, giving you those kind of ordeals. Like, you have your Mina Kimes and Dan Orlovsky's and all that stuff. And even with the LeBron JJ Redick thing on the podcast, like, niggas didn't care about that. Like, they cared, like, oh, LeBron had a podcast, but once they got into, like, episode 2 or episode 3, and niggas wasn't tuning in to watch Pick the Picker and Victory and whatever the plays they had going on. Like, it's just a different audience. We just have to come up to, at the end of the day, it's a give and pull. Like, the audience is one of the most insufferable audience. Basketball is like the most insufferable audience out of all of the sports.
I feel like that's because we make it that way. Because, like, your take on how people don't really care about the X and O, I feel like I don't necessarily agree with that. I feel like people do care, but even then, I feel like we should, not necessarily but, like, I feel like, the ESPN, the Bleachers Report, the whatever, I feel like they could do a better job of drawing in people to care about that stuff. Because, like, ain't nobody really care about the X's and O's as far as, like, what Mina Kimes and all them was saying until they did care. So I feel like they could do a better job of that, and that could drive more people to start to actually really care about it. Like, it's just diversifying like I said earlier, they just need to diversify, like, the viewership, and I think that could drive brain fart. That could drive ratings. That could make more people start watching and everything. And
I think I phrased it wrong, because I think caring is not, like, what I needed to say, but basically, they don't have the type of people that are explaining it well enough for people to have, like, an attention span to keep going at it, if that makes sense. Like,
because, like, the JJ Redick and LeBron, it was good, but I think they probably get a little too in depth for, like, the casual whatever to understand.
Or they're saying too many different terminologies where it's just kind of like, and then you have these fake ass basketball analysts, like, on Twitter, that's gonna be like,
oh yeah, everybody know, like, nigga,
you didn't know this, you don't know about, shut up, nigga. Versus the nigga, like, I keep referring to Cam Newton, because Cam Newton explains things that a 5-year-old can understand when it comes to, like, NFL football and stuff. Does it really well. Same with Mina Kimes and all them other people, where it's like, okay, I'm still engaged and I get what you're saying and I understand what each person is supposed to do. So I think they just need somebody that can explain it, and it's not too much of a basketball junkie to be able to kind of teach it. So yeah, I get it. And it wasn't supposed to be a topic that was supposed to be too crazy long. But hey, look, y'all gotta find something. Because this ain't it. Y'all gonna keep losing niggas.
And honestly, they don't really need to find like they signed that media deal for like it's good till like 2037 or whatever. So they don't even really got to worry about all that until whenever. So
I mean, that's fine and all, but when it's time for that, renegotiation, and niggas wonder why their salary's not the same like they used to. Hey, Adam Silver gonna find a way. Moving on. Definitely, when there's smoke, there's fire. Talking about
damn forest fires.
They out here talking about Giannis being in potential trade talks, and I'm not gonna lie to you, only if it's bad. And look, they already bad. It is.
Man, listen. But Giannis, he's been talking about getting traded from the Bucks for a minute. Cause was it like last season or 2 seasons ago? Like he just randomly trying to be like, man, bro, I love Chicago. I would love to play in Chicago. Blah blah blah. At like one of the press conferences, everybody was like, we didn't even say nothing about that. What the hell?
Yeah, I remember that one time where he was like talking about, man, sometimes like you don't know, when the team is ready to trade you or something like that. And it was just like, nigga,
the Bucks are like, we don't want to trade you.
You are in a position where it's only you. Like you're gaslighting us, and you're gaslighting your team.
We don't want. Oh, they want to trade me. So no, we don't. Like
sometimes you don't get the job done. I could be traded at any moment. I'm like, nigga,
nobody said this, Giannis. What are you talking about? This is your franchise.
This nigga go to Houston and work out with Hakeem Olajuwon and then starts wearing the University of Houston shirt. It's just like, all right, bro. Like, I get it. And to you Rockets fans, please relax. I don't. Please, let's not entertain it right now. Relax. Not saying that he's not a great player, but I just need y'all to relax a little bit, my nigga. Like, just stop, bro.
But the Bucks, I thought I had their record put up. I don't, but I think they like only have one win so far. Granted, it's only been like
they got the same record as the Detroit Pistons, nigga.
Yuck.
So.
Especially when you have two of the best players to honestly ever play the game. 2 top 50 or 2 top 75 or whatever it was, basketball players in Dame and Giannis. But I think the Dame and Giannis thing, they've tried it. It's not working. It's definitely not going to get better with Doc Rivers. All due respect to Doc Rivers.
It was Doc Rivers' fault to begin with, nigga.
Yeah, I think for whatever reason, the chemistry is not working. They just need to go ahead and trade Dame. And I think there's a team in Florida that would love to have him. That would absolutely love to have him in the Miami Heat.
Look, all of that is fine, but niggas, I feel like this is more of a Doc Rivers fault than a Dame fault, if I'm being completely honest. Because what the fuck were y'all doing with Adrian Griffin that had y'all second seed with the same, 2 niggas?
I think they just didn't like Adrian Griffin for some reason. I don't know the reason, but it was just some reason they didn't like him, and that's why they fired him.
But I'm saying, like, we wasn't talking about chemistry issues last year when Adrian Griffin was there with Dame.
Yeah, they were. They were saying I think it was Dame that had the
court,
issue.
Nigga? Like on the court?
Yeah, their the whole problem with their defense, they had horrible defense. That was like, granted, they were the second seed, but everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, the Bucks, this defense, blah blah." Like, no, I remember that. For sure. But I just, like I said,
this degree?
I mean, no, obviously not to this degree because they were the second seed. Now they're just garbage, which should not be the case
right now, nigga.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, they need to get rid of. They're not going to get rid of Giannis, no matter how bad he wants to leave. So they just need to go ahead and trade Dame because Dame still has value.
Bro, look, I'm just saying, I don't think Dame should be the pecking order of the first nigga to move, bro.
Who should it be?
Doc, get that nigga out of here.
And bring in who, bro?
Somebody else, literally anybody else.
Their assistant coach. I know you know who their assistant coach is.
Get that nigga out of here too.
I'm just making sure, bro. I'm just making sure.
I don't care.
Because they fired Doc, they're gonna have Darvin Ham as the interim. And like, no, bro.
Bro, you got 2 niggas with their hands in their pockets, bro. Get them out of here. Like, it's bad. It's super bad. You can go find somebody, nigga. You can. There's somebody out there. I promise you, there's somebody
Probably
out there.
So.
Better than Doc fucking Rivers, nigga. Better than Darvin. I put my hands in my pockets. Ham, nigga. Like, those are the first niggas to leave. Like, if you trade Dame and get some other pieces, I promise you, you're still gonna run into the same bullshit ass problem. You won't be 1-4, maybe. But
I think it's a trade trade Dame, and I think it's get all of them out of here. Like trade Dame, get rid of Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham, and just sort of start like season still. They still got time to see. It's only like 5 games in the season. They can do it. Do it right now. As soon as they hear this podcast, after they like and subscribe, they can trade them. They need to do everything we just said, and I think they can salvage this.
They've done it before. It's not new to them. They literally fired a nigga mid-season. Yeah. They know how to do it. And it didn't matter how many years he had on this contract. It didn't matter. Y'all paid. I think y'all still playing Mike Budenholzer to this day. Nigga. I don't want to hear all the excuses, bro. Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do, nigga. Shit, maybe you do need to trade Giannis. Fuck.
He want to go. He want to go so bad. He want to go so bad, bro.
Like, bro, please.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, moving on from that because look, ain't shit we can do about it until it happens. So get the fuck on somewhere.
Hold on, real fast. Do you think it happens? Any of the stuff we said?
Something happens.
Dame trade, Doc firing. You think?
Yeah. A major thing's going to happen this year. If we keep having these kind of conversations, it'll happen before. I'd say before Martin Luther King Day. There will be some kind of something major will happen in that organization.
Free at last.
Oh,
but
yeah, last.
Moving on though, we have to get to some NFL topics real fast. And we've said it a couple times. I think it was my hot take, like maybe a couple weeks ago or whatever, that Joe Flacco is better than Anthony Richardson.
Oh, you never said it out loud. You just had it in the tuck.
I didn't say it. Oh, I must have said it.
You didn't, but it was in the topics for the longest though.
Yeah, I swear I thought I saw it or I said it. But regardless, Shane Steichen, the head coach of the Colts, must have read my mind, heard my thoughts, because they have officially benched Anthony Richardson, and they said it'll be it's not like a 1-game thing. It's going to be like a long-term-ish type thing. They benched Anthony Richardson, and they're going forward with Joe Flacco as their starting quarterback. And this comes off of I'm trying to find the clip, but I guess I don't really need to find it. But this comes off of the last game the Colts played. I truly cannot remember who they played, but Anthony Richardson, after he had a couple they played the Texans. Okay, yeah. Anthony Richardson, after a couple crazy scrambles and all that, he went ahead and tapped his helmet, had to get out the game real fast for a play. And then they asked him about that after the game, and the guy, he was like, "So what happened when you had to come out? Was there like a equipment problem? Were you hurt? Were you tired?" And he looked that man in the eye and he was like, "I was just tired, bro. I needed a break."
Not going to nigga said, "Not gonna lie." Afterwards,
yeah, he's like, "Not gonna lie, I was just tired." And real, but
great,
a little too real, a little too real. Because my brother in Christ, it started a week plus of just discourse, and it's all could avoid it if you just lied, my brother. All you had to do was just lie. Say, "Oh, something wrong with my equipment. Oh, I cramped a little bit for a play." But yeah, it caused an uproar. Everybody's everywhere is either they're of the opinion that, "Oh my gosh, this is so immature. He shouldn't have said that," or they're just of the opinion like we are and just, "Bro, you should just lie. You didn't have to do all this." But like we said, doesn't matter anymore because he's now benched because the Colts have not been seeing the results. Last game against the Texans, I believe he was like 10 for 32 for like 175 yards passing. That's horrible numbers.
But he had that one throw. And then that's what niggas was talking about, including myself. But yes.
Yeah. And I feel like that's just the whole Anthony Richardson experience. Like he misses the easy throws and then he'll make some spectacular throw and you're like, man, he's the future. But it's just like there's a disconnect somewhere. He's not, I don't know. He should, like, in my opinion, he should have stayed in college, but I get why he left early because once your draft stock is as high as it can be, you might as well dip because it can only get lower. And he was like the 5th overall pick. So now he's making millions of dollars. So I mean, you can't really fault him for that.
Yeah, and yeah, they keep going back to all these young quarterbacks that are now essentially benched or have been benched with Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, shit. I don't know. I don't know if it was Will Levis. Shit. They had Trey Lance on there. There was a few people that they had on there, and I think the only one that isn't benched yet is CJ Stroud.
And they said CJ Stroud, he dressed up as Anthony Richardson for Halloween yesterday because he had like he was like 8 for 20 or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But do you think? I know people were saying, "Oh, the NFL has a quarterback development problem," and I mean, they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that Tom Brady hasn't said, but I'm just like there. It's not even a development problem. There's nothing that they can fucking do because the ownership and fans and whatever, like nobody's gonna be patient enough in this era to go through a proper like NFL development type of thing. Like, oh, like they're not developing the quarterbacks. Well, you want to start them immediately because you feel like you put all this investment in your number one pick that has to play immediately. Everybody don't have to play immediately, but everybody doesn't have to get benched either. Like I see both sides, but like ain't shit gonna change. I don't know what niggas is expecting. Like if a coach really did it the right way, he's not gonna be able to see the fruition of what he built because he's going to get fired, and nobody's trying to get fired over another nigga. I'm sorry.
If Peyton Manning played in today's NFL, like when he was a rookie, he led the league in interceptions. Yeah, if that was him or whatever, if he did that this year, they would have benched him.
Absolutely, like they would have benched him, or they would have called him a bum, whatever it may have been. Like because
they would have done both. They would have done both.
Yeah, but it's just like yo, like at the end of the day, if coaches knew they had legit security in their jobs for like a 3 or 4 year tenure,
yeah, they would
would move differently. They would develop easily. Instead, they're just going to simplify the plays and get things done. Hey, we're going to do what we can. And you know, I like the only reason why these become even arguments is the fact that you have an incompetent quarterback to start with, like as your vet. Like nobody was talking about Pat Mahomes needing to play immediately when you have an Alex Smith there. Same with Jordan Love getting drafted, and you already have Aaron Rodgers. Shit, even when Aaron Rodgers got drafted, you already have Brett Favre there, Kirk Cousins to Mike Penix. Like the list goes on of like that's where the real controversy comes through. Like, like if CJ Stroud had somebody, and granted CJ Stroud's an outlier because he ended up playing well, but if CJ Stroud had like a legit quarterback that people would be like, oh well, like. He's a starter. Like, you know, he could still start in this league. There wouldn't be any controversy, but because he had Caleb Mills there, it's like, yo, nigga, start him early. He needs reps. Like, it's not even about you. It's not even about him really needing reps for real.
And even
you just don't like the you just don't like the other part of you don't know
the other didn't like Davis Mills.
Yeah, you didn't like Davis Mills. I don't know why. What that's Caleb Mills? Yeah, my
fault.
You say
Caleb? Oh, my fault. Well. But and even that if I'm not gonna lie, I thought Davis Mills was solid. But anyway, even if you did have a like even if you did have like a not even necessarily established, but like a solid quarterback ahead, okay. That's no issue. Like if there was a solid quarterback, if there was like a Kirk Cousins ahead of CJ Stroud, that wouldn't have stopped CJ Stroud from becoming CJ Stroud. He still would have been good. Like it was just, you know, it just worked out for your football team better. So
yeah, that's why I take the reps conversation like with a grain of salt. Because I know what that real conversation is. Like, you know, I know what that really means. So it is what it is. You see plenty of examples of people being blessed with those situations. Shit, even Jalen Hurts. Like, it's like you got Jalen Hurts and you had Carson Wentz. Now Carson Wentz ended up falling off a fucking cliff. But no, there was no controversy. And then Jalen Hurts was able to just kind of gradually, you know, get his feet up under him and learn an offense and do all those things. Shit.
And they're working out for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what. But
will
it change? No, it won't change. Never. It never will. Now,
hell, another quarterback that has somebody in front of him was Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah, Alex Smith. Yeah. This nigga be paving the way. Damn,
that's cold, bro.
He is. I mean, he was number one overall pick.
Yeah, and it took him a minute to be good too.
Look, bro, like
But the main reason I brought up Alex Smith is because there was some, or I brought up Colin Kaepernick rather, is because there was some news in the 49ers game. Because after the 49ers, of course, whooped Dallas. It still sucks. After the 49ers whooped Dallas, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and I believe Isaac Guerrero, they were doing their post-game interviews on Sunday Night Football. And Nick Bosa, in the middle of it, came through and crashed the interview.
During halftime, hey. All right, Nick Bosa with a message there.
He pointed at a hat that...
What was said during halftime, hey.
I said. But later on, we came to realize that it was a Make America Great Again hat. I didn't even know they made him in this color.
Yeah, I thought it was.
He got the exclusive drop. I didn't even know they did all that.
And it's a championship color one that they had when they during ring ceremony. White and gold type shit. I see what this nigga on.
But yeah, they ended up asking Nick Bosa about him crashing the interview in the post-game conference, and this is what he had to say about it.
I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think it's an important time.
And that's all he had to say.
It's an important time.
What does that mean, Nicholas? What do you mean by that was an important time? There weren't really any follow-up questions. He didn't expound on it. He just said it was an important time.
Low key, the time a little too late, nigga. Niggas is voting right now. Election is next week.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tread lightly on you because I know who you affiliated with. Big Tuna and all them niggas. I know your ties.
Is Big Tuna alive still? I don't know.
Hey, his aura's still there, nigga. I don't know. Joey Bats. Damn.
But the whole issue with it, and it's crazy how it's Nick Bosa, he can do this, and Colin Kaepernick, he gets criticized for taking a knee. But I mean, the Kaepernick thing, that was years ago, and literally everything is different now. But to me, it's just like, if you're gonna make a statement, because you obviously wanted the attention, you obviously wanted people to see the hat, even though, like I said, it was mad difficult to see. I couldn't tell what you were doing when I was watching it, but you wanted people to see the hat. You wanted it to be a statement, and then when you asked about it, you just, I don't really have much to say. Why not? Like, why not stand on it? If you're like with me, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna say something, at least stand on it. That's all. Like, just stand on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing. At that point, it really ain't nothing to say, nigga. The hat told me everything I need to know.
What's so important about? I want to hear what's important about this time. Why is it important? Can you get into a little bit more detail on that, Mr. Bosa?
Yeah. I want him, and a lot of people, I think, and this is not even a hot take, but I genuinely believe we all need to talk less. I genuinely believe that we were a little too hard on that white lady that said shut up and dribble. A lot of y'all niggas need to shut up and dribble. Shut up and dribble. I do not need to hear. Y'all the main niggas that say keep politics out of sports. You know what I mean? Now, all of a sudden is problems, non-violent. Shut up, nigga. Shut up and dribble. I apologize to that white lady. She was a visionary. She was a trailblazer.
Was she racist? Still don't apologize to her. I thought she was racist.
Fuck you, her name. Fuck you. Fuck that bitch.
There we go. A broken clock is right twice a day. You know,
absolutely. The message was great. It's for always fuck the messenger, but that message, I think, was a little too hard. I think we was harping a little too heavily on the message. That message was elite. It's aging like fine wine because I need y'all niggas to shut the fuck up, please. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing about your affiliations, your political parties, none of that. Go get me a fucking touchdown. My fantasy team is in shambles, nigga.
Bro,
Fuck.
don't need to talk about fantasy, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring it up every time because it's your fault.
I did make the sandwich. I didn't realize I didn't use the best ingredients. I thought I had division, but I thought I had division, but I was delusional. I was blind. I was hallucinating. Unfortunately,
nigga used the top and bottom piece of the bread with that goddamn sandwich. Put them bitches inside out so we wouldn't see. Nah, nigga, we know what it is.
Flipping the sandwich inside out is insane, bro. Just eat the sandwich, bro. Just eat the sandwich.
Nah, flipping the bread.
No, I know flipping the bread inside out is crazy, bro. Because you don't want people to see you eating the top. Man, just shut up and eat the sandwich, bro. Just shut up and eat the sandwich.
And nigga, do you know I can see you? Oh, bro.
Shoot,
Bro, I'm gonna pay somebody to go through all of our episodes to get the funniest moments. This shit, I gotta have something dropped by December, nigga.
But anyway, moving on. We gotta get it is that time.
Which one? We got a lot of times. Which time are you talking about? You
talking
about
time? It's time to make some NFL picks.
For sure. Say less, my nigga. Alrighty. We are locked and loaded. I do have updates on our records thus far.
What is it? I don't even know.
Yeah, I was kind of slacking. My fault, game.
You be like that.
I was like 2 episodes behind. I'm like, let me catch up.
Tight.
As it currently stands, Jax is 20-24. Now 20-25 after that Texans loss. And now I am, and Greg is 25-20 after that Texans loss. So
interesting.
Man, you really had a horrible week 1, and you haven't recovered just yet. But
yeah, no, that week 1 was tough.
That was crazy.
It'd be like
everything
that, bro.
wrong. Fuck.
Yeah.
But hey, it's a new week, and we're already starting 0-1. So let's see if we can.
Let's see if we can bounce back.
See if we can do it. We have. Damn, that is a late ass game. What the fuck? No, it's not really that late. But Sunday night.
Yeah.
Colts versus Vikings.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Vikings.
You know, I understand where you may be coming from. Sam Darnold did get hold. I want to go to Colts just because Joe Flacco's there. Okay. I'm gonna just do it just to be a little different.
For sure.
Monday night we have the Buccaneers and Chiefs. This one's uneasy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The Chiefs are still undefeated. They should not be. I'm going with the Chiefs because
don't make no goddamn.
They have Patrick Mahomes, but they shouldn't be undefeated, bro. Mahomes is not even playing good, even though I picked him. Mahomes isn't playing that good. Like the defense is crazy, but like 7-0, they should have lost the first game to Baltimore.
Sorcery. They should have lost to the Bengals.
I don't know how the Chiefs are undefeated, but I think they're gonna continue that undefeated streak. So I'm gonna go with Chiefs over the Bucks.
Sorcery. That's what it is. Sorcery. Now, I be believing in the Buccaneers, but anytime I pick them, they lose. So
that's real.
I'm going to pick the Chiefs humbly because I just think it's just a safe bet. And that's a story I'm gonna stick to.
For sure.
Now, Jax, it's time for our locks. And what do you have?
My lock, I'm taking the Commanders over the Giants. Because as previously stated, I'm never picking the Giants for anything.
Once upon a time, this used to be a boo-boo ass game. You used to just try to tell me, oh my God, but like Sam Howell, he ain't that bad. Nigga, we got some good shit now. We got Jaden Daniels, not McDaniels, which is another nigga. Daniels. For my lock, let me go ahead. Who the fuck was it? Oh, the Bills over the Dolphins. Is Tua back?
Are you asking me or Tim?
I'm asking.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back with no guardian cap, so I'm definitely taking the Bills.
Bro, that Guardian cat not doing nothing to nobody.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. And Jax, what is your upset?
My upset, I don't care, man. I still believe in Bryce Young, bro. He's starting this game. I'm taking Panthers over the Saints, bro. I still believe.
Damn. Why the fuck are the Broncos 5-3? What the fuck?
Because they've been playing trash teams, bro.
Well, they play the Ravens, so we'll see.
The Broncos do got the best defense in the NFL, though. That is fact.
Yeah. Are they last year's Jets? Or 2 years ago's Jets? With a great defense and Zach Wilson versus that defense and Bo Nix?
I think Bo Nix is a little bit better than Zach Wilson, but like just a little bit. I don't think he's that much better. He like literally this much better. So it really, yeah, that's basically what they are.
I think at some point we do need to have a tier list or a blind ranking of white quarterbacks we dislike. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot more than I thought. But the more I talk to you, it's like
they be trash, bro. It's a lot of trash. It's a lot of trash quarterbacks in the NFL, bro. We got spoiled from like I'll tell you about basketball too, like that. Really in all sports, we're spoiled from like the late 2000s to like 2019. It was so many generational athletes that we're just spoiled by.
Yeah, the game I love. Now my upset, I'm gonna go ahead and go Caleb Williams. I'm gonna go the Bears over the Cardinals. The Cardinals could very much win this game, but it's an upset for a reason, man. And you know, I just got to put my faith where it is at. And that wraps up our NFL picks. Probably our fastest we've ever done it, honestly. Well prepared. I think that wraps it up, man. I think that's all right.
That's everything.
Any last words?
Hey, man, you want to change your life? Don't go on Love Is Blind.
Oh my God.
You'll change your life, but you'll change it for the worse. Don't go on Love Is Blind.
Don't do that life changing. Talk less.
Real.
Men should talk less. Women should definitely talk less. Y'all all should talk less. I should talk less. I mean, look, talking less. That's the way to go. I ain't even say listen more. Just talk less, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You ain't even gotta listen. Just stop opening your mouth. And with that, we will see y'all next week. If y'all didn't go vote, go vote. Or not. I'm not your dad. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. I just don't want to hear y'all niggas talking about a long ass line on Tuesday. Nigga, we've been early voting. My nigga, you can go anywhere right now. So I don't want to hear your excuses. Shut the fuck up. Talk less. And we'll see y'all next week.